Good morning, children, and once again, welcome back to our mathematics class. Children, today we are moving to our fourth lesson, measurement. And in this lesson, we are going to learn the topics measuring length, measuring weight, and measuring capacity. Let's learn each topic one by one. First, we can learn the topic measuring length. Children, remember that centimeter, meter, and kilometer are the units for measuring length. I repeat, centimeter, meter, and kilometer are the units for measuring length. We measure length in centimeters, meters, or kilometers depending upon how large the length or distance is. First, let's discuss the unit centimeter. In short, centimeter is written as cm. Students, we use centimeter to measure short length. For example, length of a safety pin, length of a pencil, or length of a pen. They are measured in centimeters. Next unit for measuring length is meter. In short, meter is written as small letter m. We use meter to measure long distance like length of a room, length of a car, or length of a truck. Students, next unit for measuring length is kilometer. In short, kilometer is written as km. Kilometer is used to measure long distance. For example, distance between two cities is always measured in kilometer. Children, always remember that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. I repeat, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. In short, we can write it as 1 m equal to 100 cm. Also remember that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. I repeat, 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. In short, we can write it as 1 km equal to 1000 m. Next, we can learn the topic measuring weight. We measure weight of an object in grams or kilograms. I repeat, we measure weight of an object in grams or kilograms. In short, kilogram is written as kg and gram is written as g. Children, always remember that 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. In short, we can write 1 kg equal to 1000 g. I repeat, 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. Fruits, vegetables and grocery items are always measured in grams or kilograms. Children, we use a weighing balance to measure the weight of objects. We also use a weighing machine to find the weight of our body. Children, we can weigh an object with the help of a balance. And look at this balance. This is called a pan balance. A pan balance has two pans. When nothing is put on the pans, this remains in the same level. Let us put an apple in one pan and an orange on the other pan. We see now the pan containing the apple tilts down and the other pan goes up. This means that apple is heavier than the orange. Remember that the pan containing heavier objects always tilts down. Now, let's learn about measuring capacity. Children, look, there is a bottle filled with water and an empty cup. Let's pour this water in the cup. Look, children, the water started overflowing and fell out of the cup. Hence, we can say that the capacity of the bottle is more than the cup. That is, the bottle can hold more water than the cup. The amount of liquid a container can hold is called its capacity. I repeat, the amount of liquid a container can hold is called its capacity. Here, The amount of water that the cup can hold is called the capacity of the cup. We measure the capacity of a container in liters and milliliters. A liter is represented by small letter L and a milliliter is represented by ml. Liter is the bigger unit and milliliter is the smaller unit of capacity. Children, always remember that 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. I repeat, 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. We use containers of standard capacities to measure volumes of liquids. Children, take page number 93, exercise 4.1. Name the unit you use to measure each of the following. Children, just before we learn the units for measuring length. Which are the units for measuring length? Yes, the units for measuring length are centimeter, meter and kilometer. And we should write which unit is used to measure the following objects. The first question is the length of a blackboard. Children, we learned 3 units for measuring length. They are centimeter, meter and kilometer. Out of these 3 units, which unit is used to measure the length of a blackboard? Yes, we learned that for measuring long length, we use the unit meter. Isn't it? So, to measure the length of a blackboard, we use meter. So, we can write meter. M-E-T-R-E. Yes. Next question, the length of a bedsheet. Children, we usually measure the length of a bedsheet, sari, length of a room, etc. using the unit meter. So, here the length of bedsheet is measured using meters. So, we can write meters. M-E-T-R-E-S. Next question, the distance between New Delhi and Jaipur. Remember that to measure long distances, we use the unit kilometers. So here we should find the distance between New Delhi and Jaipur. We usually use kilometers to measure long distances. So here we can find the distance between New Delhi and Jaipur using kilometers. K-I-L-O-M-E-T-R-E-S. Kilometers. Next question is the length of your lunchbox. Since lunchbox is a small object, we usually measure small objects using the unit, yes, centimeters. So short length is measured in centimeters. So the length of your lunchbox is measured using centimeters. C-E-N-T-I-M-E-T-R-E-S. Children, please take the next page, page number 94, exercise 4.2. Now we have learned the units for measuring weight. Which are the 2 units for measuring weights? Yes, we measure weight in grams or kilograms. Here is our first question. Take the lighter pan. Here you can see a pan balance and in each pan 2 objects are placed. Here we should take the lighter pan. We should take the pan which has lighter object. So children, remember that in a pan balance, the pan which is heavier tilts down. I repeat, in a pan balance, the pan which is heavier tilts down. Here, in this pan, there is a watermelon and in this pan, there is an apple. So children, since this watermelon has more weight than apple, so this pan tilts down. Can you see that? This pan tilts down because it is heavier than the object apple. So which is the lighter pan? The pan with watermelon or the pan with an apple? Yes, this is a heavier pan and this is the lighter pan. So we should take only the lighter pan. So the pan with an apple is the lighter pan. So we can take this pan. Look at the next picture. Here also you can see a cat and a rat. In the first pan there is a cat and in the second pan there is a rat. Children, we learned in a pan balance the pan which is heavier tilts down. So here you can see that this pan tilts down because this pan is heavier than this pan. The pan with the object rat is lighter than that of the pan with the object cat. So we can take this pan. Children, take the next page, page number 95. Here is our second question. Cross the heavier pan. Here, we should cross only the heavier pan. Look at the first pan balance. Here you can see, in the first pan, there is a bag, and in the second pan, you can see an apple. In a pan balance, the pan which is heavier always tilts down. So here, the pan with the object bag tilts down. So we can say that the pan with this bag is heavier than that of pan with an apple. So we should cross the heavier pan, and this is the heavier pan. Cross this picture. Look at the next pan balance. Here you can see two objects in each pan. In the first pan we can see a book, and in the second pan we can see a ball. In a pan balance, the pan with heavier object tilts down. So here the first pan tilts down because a book is heavier than a ball. So here the heavier pan is, yes, the pan with book in it. So we should cross this picture. Children, take the next page, page number 96, exercise 4.3. Name the units you use to measure each of the following. Children, just before we learned the units for measuring capacity. Which are the two units for measuring capacity? Yes, we learned that to measure small quantities we use the unit milliliters, and to measure large quantities we use the unit, yes, liters. So here some questions are given. We should write the unit for measuring the given objects. The first question is a bottle of shampoo. Children, have you seen a bottle of shampoo? Since it is a small quantity, we use the unit milliliters to measure a bottle of shampoo. So to measure a bottle of shampoo, we use milliliters. So we can write milliliters. M-I-L-L-I-L-I-T-R-E-S, milliliters. Next question, a juice bottle or a packet. We usually measure a juice bottle or a packet using milliliters since it is a small quantity. We usually measure small quantities using milliliters. A juice bottle or a packet is measured using milliliters. So we can write milliliters. M-I-L-L-I-L-I-T-R-E-S, milliliters. Next question, a packet of milk. A packet of milk can be measured using milliliters or liters, isn't it? We can either use liters or milliliters. A packet of milk is measured using liters or milliliters. We can use either liters or milliliters. So we can write liters or milliliters. Next question, a packet or a bottle of cooking oil. The bottle of a cooking oil or a packet of cooking oil using either liters or milliliters. We can use either liters or milliliters. So we can write liters or milliliters. Next question, a bottle of ketchup. Since it is a small quantity, we measure a bottle of ketchup using milliliters. So we can write milliliters. Okay children, that's all for today. I hope these topics are clear for you. Study well. So thank you and have a nice day.